Yo, 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 and hey, hey, hey.
I know. That's how it sounds when when that music comes in. When the beat drops. I know, right?
What's up, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. This is Detroit Lenny. We're here on Morning Wood, brought to you by the Max Wagers Network and, of course, BetMGM. They're the official sports book of Picks and Parlays, and they've got a fantastic promo for all new accounts, up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet. And if you are in the state of Kansas, they're going to sweeten the pot. They're giving you $200 in free play. You don't even have to deposit, man. It's like that. $200 just
like that, Allie Burns. It's like that.
It's like this and like that and like this and
I knew that's where you were gonna go with that. I love it.
Just for living in Kansas, all you got to do is use the download that app right onto your phone, BetMGM, and then use the promo code MORNING. Or you can check out the description of the video, find the link, click the link. It takes you there. All these things. It's just like that. It's like this and like that, and so the Woody was a little bit of a humdinger yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I went through. I'm surprised.
What?
Yeah, Marlins run line against the Dodgers. How you like them apples?
Why? How you like them apples?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Bazinga.
I was kind of looking at the A's going boop 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 under today. Aren't the A's playing the Nationals? Yeah, and man, you got me so excited about my handicapper because it's not one of those things you can just like look and see if you cashed it, you know. I just really did not love anything yesterday. So Lenny, because I send you the picks just to keep everything organized. Right. So I'll take the home and away runs just for everyone out there. Home and away runs, right? I do
math? Because I'm pretty sure you had 2-0. And because I did the math, I had 43 runs for the away team and 42 for the home.
See, I had home plus for the home team.
I'm doing math.
I have 44 for the home team. I did it with Josh too. He's a math person, so I did it twice.
I'm from Detroit Public Schools, so it's very, very.
Feel free to count again. Apparent. Like if I got 2-0, I definitely want to know about it. But yeah, for all of you,
I was like, oh man, you fucking nailed that. Called that. Away team on the money line.
I did do my record. Like my record is way better than you think it is.
I have it better. Good. Sean Austin thinks I'm cheating, but he quit. So
for me, like I knew I was 19 and 15. Like before I left town, I knew that was the number in my head was 19 and 15. And then I pretty much went 1-1 the whole way, except I had a 2-0 day and a 1-0-1 day. And so I did all that.
I have you at 28, 19 and 1. As if
28, 19
and 1. Yeah, it's 58 picks.
I thought you had me at like 25 and 23, which I was like.
But I readjusted because I was just 1-1 and you threw. I forgot you had a push, and I think I gave you a push as a loss one time. So 28, 19 and 1. I don't know.
I did it. Let me get it. It's in my backyard. Hold on.
All I know is Rodney Molina's running away with the damn
thing. I'll be right back.
All right, you be right back. All right, let's all count the away runs. Okay. Or the home runs. We got 2 and 4, 6. Cam, you're not on for 15 more minutes, Cam.
Hold on, Cam. It's my time.
Cam, you don't get to do this. I do this to you. You just listen.
You could just come on at the right time and not have to do that. Okay, I am 31, 24, and 1. Is 31 picks? Is that what we should be
58
at?
58 picks.
Oh, but I haven't done yesterday, so then plus 1 and 1 for yesterday. That was as of last night. So it'd be 58.
I have you 28, 19, and 1 through yesterday. You have yourself at what?
Now I'd be 32, 25, and 1. 32, 25. See, I have all the math here. I was 19 and 15, and then I was this, and then I was that, and then I was that.
Just so I got to put it on the Facebook page so everybody else can pay attention to it.
See, the reason I don't put it on the Facebook page is I don't want everyone else to think that when they fall out that they can start doing that. So I don't want it to get confusing that way.
Oh, that's a little too late for that. Everybody thinks they can.
That's why I keep sending it to you and not
I know.
posting it because.
All right, I got you 32, 25, and 1.
Yes, that's what I'm at.
And that's because that's 58 picks.
Okay. That's what I believe I am at.
All right. Boom. There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's fine.
I did the math 4 times.
I believe you. So is Tim Earl. He's also 32, 25, and 1. And I am 33, 23, and 2.
33, 23, and 2?
Yeah.
I'm right behind you then.
I got one more win and one more tie.
So tomorrow's the last day or today is the last day?
Today is the last day.
Today's the last day of Handicapper, which means it doesn't start tomorrow. It's going to start on September the 1st, right?
Yeah, and we're going to have to talk about that because
yes,
I don't know if I don't know how much longer I can keep doing it.
Handicapper.
Yeah, I'm like burnt the hell out on it. I ain't gonna lie. And Craig's
on
got
grading it or playing it.
Everything.
Okay, I can take over grading it for you.
The actual name itself just makes me go like.
Okay, so let's think of a new name. Josh is super annoyed by the name too.
I can post every night, like posting like, hey, tomorrow this is for Handicap 10 picks for this day. I can post, but grading it and keeping track of it, he's got me doing all kinds of other stuff, and now I'm supposed to Snapchat, become Snapchat famous. Man, I just got comfortable being TikTok famous.
You should have never got TikTok famous because now he's going to expect you next. You're going to be Instagram famous, and then it's just going to go
by
on
the end of the year. I have to have 1,000 Snapchat followers. So if you're on Snapchat and if you Snapchat and you don't like picks and parlays, I'll come into your house. Hit the damn like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, do all that, do the right thing. Don't make me tell you people again. I'm getting all worked up. I'm hot. I got to turn my hair on.
Timothy Earl, Arizona money line, never in doubt. You're taking the Mets today? I thought you.
Damn right, Mets on the money line. I like the Mets on the money line, but I did take them for handicap 10 purposes. Mets plus 1.5 is like minus 140.
All right. I just know he was all over the Diamondbacks for today, also with Gallen on the mound. So, I don't want to say I'm surprised he's taking the Mets. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at where the money's at. So where's the money at?
I didn't bet a thing yesterday. I didn't watch sports. I didn't do none of it. Not even Saturday and Sunday, to be honest with you. I had kid overload, and it felt good.
Good. Your pictures looked fantastic. You guys,
yeah, and those are only like the sneak peek ones, like that the photographer sent us out. We had family photos done, our little bowling team. Actually, it's now more like a defensive squad.
I was going to say, you kind of have like a defensive line.
Yeah, I got good pictures of the kids, though, like just the boys and just the girls. Like there's some good ones with like me and Mandy all posing serious. And then the kids are just frolicking about in the background. Like one of them's doing a cartwheel. One of them's trying to give me bunny ears behind a thing. Like, and it's just like we're trying to be all lovey-dovey. And then there's just mass chaos behind us.
I'm on my show. He's still homesick. He just made spaghetti because that's what he has told me is going to make him feel better. He has made scrambled eggs and spaghetti. That's what he's doing right now. Live betting on the D-backs game was crazy. D-backs forced. Oh, that game was like the first 5 was insanity. Well, 4th and 5th, they scored 6 runs in the 4th and the 5th. D-backs just like did work yesterday. Get it, Pedro Mas. I didn't even recognize Hunter. He's gotten so big since the last time I've seen him.
He's the same height as Nathan.
I know he's like a grown A man right now.
You should see it because Mandy's got one picture of like I have a picture with the girls, and then she has a picture of the boys, and then we have one together, like whatever, different poses. Yeah, but there's a picture, and she's standing there, and it used to be where like all 3 boys would be able to stand in front of her, and she'd be able to put her arms like around them, kind of, and like that was a pose, if you will. Now she's in front, and they're all like this on their mom's shoulder because they're bigger than her.
Aww.
And I was just like, except for Brendan, because but he's not far behind by any means. He's the baby, but you look at the 19-year-old, the 13-year-old, the 10-year-old. Well, the 13 and 19-year-old are about the same height, and they're as tall as their mom. So they're standing on each side of her, and then there's Brendan in the middle. And the look on his face is, if you could say Julie Carly's famous saying, F around and find out, that's what those three boys were saying in their eyes. Their expressions were, F around and find out. Mess with my mama. I wish someone would. That's what that looked. And she was just like, she's got this, I call it a shit-eating grin on her face, because that's what my grandmother, like, wipe that shit-eating grin off your face. And she's got this grin on her face. It's perfect. And it really, and she got, Mandy needed love overload this weekend, and she got all of the love.
She did. Gregory Trapp is in. Hello, are you subbing in for Cameron Ross today?
Yeah, did I make Cam mad?
No.
We may have heard.
I didn't even know he was going to be on.
Yeah.
Well, he came on early, and he was in behind the stage flailing his arms like he was having a coronary. So I told him to come back in 5 minutes on his instructed time.
We have intros to do. We have bills to pay here.
Yeah, we got to talk about BetMGM. We got to talk about Kansas. Are we in Kansas anymore? I don't know, Toto.
Kansas isn't in Kansas anymore.
I wish I was in Kansas on the 8th of September.
No kidding.
Oh, now he wants to.
My state's coming in on January 1st. Talking about anticlimactic, hey, we're going to make sports betting legal. I think that was in February. Right
after most of it's done.
Right. You're thinking, okay, we're at least making football, right? I mean, it's February. We're going to make football. And then mid-July or early July, they're like, we're just going to wait till January. We'll just miss all of football, basically.
That's fair.
You have had a bad week, Tim Earl. I've been following you. I've been grading your HCs, and it's been bad. It's been crap, friend. Get it together. Hi, Cameron Ross. How are you today?
This is the time you want to struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're good.
Tired. Did you miss me, Cam?
Underdog night, Lex. Did you bet underdog last night? Because you were probably successful if you won. Allie, I figure Allie crushed it yesterday.
Marlins run line I got.
I only had the Cardinals minus 1.5 last night.
Nice.
I think they're the only big favorite that won, right? That covered and won.
Yeah, I took them. I just took them to win. Not to win. I took them to cover, and they won.
Because the Dodgers won but didn't cover. The Yankees lost outright.
Yeah.
The Yankees, man.
The
Blue Jays walked it off.
At what point are you worried about if you're a Yankees fan?
Brewers covered. That's another one.
The 3 weeks ago.
Barely, yeah, but Brewers covered. Yeah,
Yankees. If you're a Detroit Tigers fan, you would probably take being a Yankees fan right now. Oh God, we're in the playoffs, but are we going to win?
I am not opposed to kicking you out this studio. I am not. I'm just telling you right now. I'm okay with you sending me home for the day.
I will leave.
Wait, remember when you were remember when you were like,
just like that.
I'm a Reds fan, so I'm
just saying. You remember when our first jobs you ever had or something like that as a high school kid or whatever? You get in trouble, you get sent home for the day. I have no problem. With you sending me off of work for the day, just so to be clear. So
all right, let's just go through this. Let me guess. What was Lenny's first job? What was Lenny's first job?
Okay,
pimping. I mean,
chat in the chat. What was Lenny's first job? Cam, I feel like you would be good at this.
I still do.
Pimping, that's the best.
Pimping ain't easy.
Lenny's first job, probably something like that.
Weed dealer doesn't count.
Oh, all right. That was
I was going to say,
that was my actual guess, but all right.
He delivered newspapers.
No.
I did have a paper route.
Did you?
No, but my first job was in a kitchen. I was washing dishes at my uncle's restaurant. I was 12 years old.
I've heard this story.
Yeah,
that's why I thought I knew the answer.
Me and my cousins, that's what we did. We were a sweatshop before sweatshops. The Italians and the Irish downtown Detroit said, "I'm going to open a restaurant. Don't worry, I got kids that can run the back kitchen." Grandpa
Yeah,
cooked.
there's kids running around. We're good.
Yeah, all of us. My aunts, my mom, they all waitressed. My dad, my uncles bartended. My grandfather cooked, and all of us cousins bust tables and washed dishes. And I remember at the end of the night when I started busting tables, and all the waitresses, which were my aunts, would tip the busters out. And I looked at my mom, and my mom's like, and I'm like, oh, aren't you gonna tip me out? And she's like, you come home, you live under my roof, and the whole finger thing started going. You live my roof, my food. I tip you every day. You're welcome. So I didn't get no tips.
A rough life.
Right.
Child labor laws
pimping
don't
ain't
exist.
easy.
Child labor laws don't exist. And you were in Michigan then, right?
Yeah, apparently. Well, I don't. Listen, if my mother told me I had to do it, I did it.
In the 80s,
I didn't ask questions.
Who were you complaining to in the 80s? I mean, there was no internet.
Yourself in the mirror?
Not social media, that's for sure. You maybe complained to your buddy that lived around the corner or something, but you had to do it while walking to school, not around other parents, because if some other parent heard it, it'd get back to your mom, and then you'd have an ass whooping waiting for you when you got home. So
it was worse than if you complained to her directly.
Oh, 100%. Because now I got other people telling me about this. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what was Allie's first job? You were in Vegas, right, Allie?
Yep, I was 14.
Ooh.
First job I got hired for, someone hired me. A kitchen?
In a restaurant. I don't
know. What? There was food involved, but it was not a restaurant. But I did serve food.
Delivering pizza?
No, it wasn't a
At
restaurant.
14?
Yeah.
I don't know. Times were.
I worked at a movie theater.
Oh, okay.
At Sunset Station, actually. Sunset Station's movie theater. And my stepdad and my best friend took bets on how long I would last. And the over-under was 1 month. And we cashed the under on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't make
cash the under.
It was the time that Train Spotting was on. And I would basically just go watch that movie over and over again.
The under won by a landslide.
I worked at a job one time. I was 17. I worked at a Tubby's submarine shop one day. And I was like, this whole fast food thing, it's not for me. And then I went and worked with my buddy hanging vinyl siding and thought I was.
And you were
rich.
And then you were like, maybe I should go back to the food thing. This is a lot easier.
Nah, I never did the whole food thing. I didn't like one day in a fast food restaurant.
I mean, it looks like I worked at a fast food restaurant growing up, but I was skinny growing up. Right. Skinny. My first job was working for Bob Huggins.
Bob Huggins?
Wait. Time out. Because what just happened here was he just set up that whole segment so he could say that.
Yeah.
100%.
That's all about right there.
Truth.
Yeah.
This is the truth. It's just the truth.
I worked
Handicap your handicappers, homies.
5 years I worked for Huggins working his basketball camps. I started when I was freshman in college.
Your first job was until you were a freshman in college?
My job in high school was to become a better basketball player every day.
How'd it go?
That was his job. How'd it go?
Worked out. I played in college. So it worked out.
There you go.
My first game was against Xavier. I'm from Cincinnati, and we got beat by 60. It was in the record books until 5 years ago when they beat someone by more than that. And thank goodness that happened because that was embarrassing. And I had all these people come to the game. First play, alley-oop dunk. I wasn't in the game, thank God. I was sitting in the bench, and the fans go, "Start the bus!" And I was mortified. I was like,
I never worked at a pizza place either.
I worked at 10 pizza places. It just wasn't my first job.
What was your Brianna? My daughter's was the Little Caesars pizza.
I've worked at so many.
My daughter says her first job's going to be my job. She's going to take my job, she says.
That's a good goal.
That should be the goal.
I was my dad's secretary.
That should be the goal.
My dad would take me to work on the weekends, and I would be his secretary. He wrote life insurance for police officers in Houston, and I would answer the phone and
Brendan talks about that. He's only going to have 2 jobs when he gets older. He's going to work for Picks and Parlays, and he's going to work for Coda Energy Group because that's where his mom works. So he's like, yeah, because I'm just
following the family business.
Yeah, it's like I'm just going to do a show like you do, and I'm like the way he said it was like, yeah, just do a show every now and then, like. Bro, there's a little bit more that goes into it than just doing a show.
I don't do just a show.
Right. And you think your mom just works for a company called Coda with a cool logo and whatever. So you just get to wear cool
Okay.
T-shirts or something. I'm like, she works.
All right. So Cam's first job was he worked at a.
Cam was a club promoter.
No. His first job.
Yeah, we've seen the pictures.
I bet he took the door at like basketball arena or something where he like took the tickets and stuff.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna say
I'm sticking with club promoter.
I'm saying lifeguard.
Club promoter at 16.
Yeah,
I was.
You haven't seen the Facebook. He was also an aspiring model.
Yeah, he was.
For one day.
For one day, him and his basketball were models.
Shortest career ever. One day.
For sure. He had that whole blue steel look going on. But he just looked over his shoulder at you.
That's right. Cam, you are very photogenic. Like you would make a great male model. You're very photogenic.
You could be a what do they call
the Cam Ross look?
What do they call the skinny jean guys with beards? He's got hipster. He could be a hipster model.
I had a whole other word coming to mind. You can't say on the internet.
Wasn't hipster?
You're a hipster.
Hipster.
Good times. Good times.
That is
so do you guys want to like talk about sports?
Well, hold on. I still really want to know what Cam's first job was.
Oh yeah, wait, we didn't get there.
My dad was a construction superintendent, so I would just go to work with him.
So you did his job?
Clean up guy.
You're like, I'll do your job.
I would sweep the pool house in the mornings, and that was it.
That's fair.
And then I would just hang out with my dad. And then we did, you know how like there's like you have like a concrete floor and you put the gloss on it to make it shiny?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I did that.
There you go.
I did freaking tile and grout for a part of a summer, and it was horrible. I hated it.
I did some construction too. My uncles had a little home improvement thing, like building decks and fixing some roof or gutters, cleaning gutters, stuff like that. Got in the winter. I mean, if you want to go old, like in the winter, 8 years old, I was out there shoveling driveways, man, for sure.
I mean, I babysat. I was a babysitter.
$5 a driveway, right?
Yeah, $5 a driveway. If you want the walkway and everything to do, if you're double driveway, hey, I'm gonna need $10.
My kid Escher started his own business being a dog walker, like a year before the pandemic, and he was a professional dog walker. Remember, like you guys would watch me on Morningwood, and he'd be at home, and I'm like, "Go walk your dogs!" Like yelling at him to do his thing.
But then he went into professional.
Remember the rim job story when he went into washing cars, and he was.
I remember the car wash. That's a little hustler. I'm telling you, that kid's a hustler.
No, that's what he called it. He goes, "Mom, washing these cars. Like I'm only making $40 a car. I feel like I got to make more money. I'm going to start charging $5 for rim jobs." And I'm like,
"Okay, first of all, I can't say that.
First of all, they start at 100.
First of all, right? Yeah.
Base rate
timeout.
is 100. Yeah.
Need a full? No, gotta have a full.
Need the picks.
A 30 ain't gonna get it done. We need a full.
We do not need the picks today. Don't worry. This is all comedy today.
Is that not the funniest thing ever? That
I remember when you texted me that, and I was like, what the?
We all gotta huddle up. I'm gonna fly in because we can't have him out on the street, saying this to people.
Hey, so look, it's $40 for the car, but it's $5 for
our neighbors' rim jobs.
Because the line he's gonna have is gonna be crazy.
I mean, for $5,
right.
Vegas?
It's like you have $100. It's like you might as well just start a milkshake stand if you want that many boys in your yard. Just saying.
I mean, the Earl twins know about Vegas and strip clubs and what that kind of thing costs. Maybe they need to have a talk.
I don't think they went to a strip club while they were here.
What? Lenny.
I know.
Believe it or not, boobs aren't really that big of a deal.
I've been to strip clubs. I've been to strip clubs in every part of the country, and Vegas strip clubs it's a big deal.
Maybe I'm desensitized to it. See, I disagree. Like Amsterdam strip clubs are bomb. Go to the Banana Bar in Amsterdam. Tell them I sent you. All right.
I'll tell you what, though. As much as I think Vegas strip clubs are different, and I've been to strip clubs in multiple states in this country. Nothing is like a Canadian strip club, though.
Really?
Windsor, Ontario, Toronto. Toronto's a different party spot, man. Toronto, and Windsor is like the bootleg version of Toronto. But Windsor, Ontario, Canadians do things different, 19 and over stuff.
That's
so
fair.
maybe it was just because I was 19 and I could drink and.
As far as in the States go, like Louisiana, if you've been to New Orleans, if you've been to NOLA, those chicks are just hanging out the doors with no shirts on and just like, hey, come inside. We're naked in here. Like, it's for being a Vegas person, NOLA kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I've never been to New Orleans, but
did we kick him out or did he just leave?
I didn't do it. I think he might have froze.
No, he's there.
Oh.
You got Alizé? I don't have Bill or EJ or Eddie E. Lance in, but I'm just popping them in with question marks next to them. But did you ever post?
No, yesterday
I had to change my background
because it starts yesterday. I never posted on the Facebook page on Monday.
I got strip clubs on deck. Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Look at my club out. Hold on. Aw. I'm gonna go to Field of Dreams while I look for it.
I got it already. It's just I don't know why it's taking forever.
Rim job's an extra $5. That's
I don't know where mine went.
That
Maybe
could have been bad news.
Decided to delete it.
Yeah, it could have been bad news. Mom, you won't believe what guy asked me to do.
Sugar nuts. Anyway,
I like one big underdog today.
Who is it?
I like the Orioles today.
This is my
I always like the Orioles. Don't come in here and give us that like you know something. Come on.
But you can't play them every day.
Take the Orioles every damn day. You just wake up and take the Orioles.
Well, they're a 500 team. You can't pick them. They're like, 5 games above 500. You can't pick them every day. You lose. Plus 140. I mean, they're the same.
I'm big on their run line. That's kind of my deal.
They're the same team as the Guardians. They are basically the same team. Just in different division. One's in the Central, one's in the East. I think the Orioles win today, easy. I think the Mets too. I think the Mets. This means more to the Mets than it does to the Dodgers, if that makes any sense.
It for sure does,
because they're losing ground on the Braves.
Well, I don't know about that. I just mean this is they're like, hey, we got to win this because we might end up facing each other. And the Dodgers, they've been there, done this. They know how to win in the playoffs. They've gotten it done before. The Mets, they don't ever get it done in the playoffs. So it's I think it means a lot to them to do
that. No.
Nope.
But if you're the Yankees, we'll get back to the Yankees.
My God, man. What has happened?
If you bet against the Yankees since the All-Star break, you are rich. Because they're favorite every day, pretty much, and they are getting.
And they're not winning.
And they're a 2.5 to 1. They're a 240, 250. They're huge favorites.
How many games are they up on the next team in their division? They keep beating each other though, like the Red
Sox.
7.
Yeah, so it's probably
7 by Tampa.
You say that's too far out, but I bet you they were up 15.
They were up a lot. They were up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What if the Rays win that division?
Hey, the Tigers got 50 wins. Let's have a moment of silence for that.
All right, if I could get 27 more, I might be able to.
What was the over-under?
I just found that ticket randomly with talking with Nick and Earl on
7.5. I want to say
70.
Looking at it's
wasn't that what it was? Was it 71.5 or 77?
We were looking for them to be a 500 ball club.
They need to win out.
Put it that way.
They win out. You have cash.
September's going to be really, really good for the Detroit Tigers.
Soup's good. We know something.
The best is, one of my Reds buddies sent me a thing I can't wait till rosters expand. We can add, and I'm like, dude, anybody that's any good is already up. Don't worry when the rosters expand. We got nobody else that's coming up that's going to make a difference.
It's 77.5 over was the total season total win. I also have Casey Mize to win Cy Young Award. That's not happening.
I have White Sox over 91.5 games. What the hell was Drunk Alley doing that night?
How many do the White Sox have right now?
63 or some shit. Nowhere near it.
They have to win out.
Nowhere near it.
They have to win out.
you're as far off with that bet as Lenny is with the Tigers bet.
Yeah,
I
we're
have the same Tigers bet. Don't think I don't.
Yeah, I need 20. I need 28 more
Don't
wins.
think I do.
It was like a friend bet. Like, I don't want you to let friends don't let friends drive drunk or bet the Tigers over total by themselves.
The Tigers have to go 28-6 to finish the year for Lenny to hit.
I don't see why that couldn't happen.
You guys are acting like September's not their best month ever.
Like every
historically,
historically, the Bengals were, they were always terrible. And I don't know if you guys remember Jeff Blake. He would like the last 4 weeks they go 4-0 every year for like 3 years in a row, and you would think, oh my goodness, next year they're going to be pretty good. And then the next year they'd start off like 1-8 again. You'd be like, and then they do it again. Last 4 or 5 weeks they go 4-1. You're like, next year, it's like that's what you're hoping the Tigers, that they give you a little hope so that next year you can bet that again.
Casey Mize was our demise. We should just call him Casey Demise.
Casey.
That's what happened to our future.
He had Tommy John. I mean, he got
Exactly.
up
Casey
early,
Demise.
hurt. That really threw it off their whole season. Whatever. Yeah, they're going to finish like 28-6. They'll hit 77. They'll finish 27-7. Hit 77 right on the number, and I'll lose the over on a hook. And then, but I will talk on the whole offseason about how great the Tigers were in the month of September, and they went 27-6, and that's going to give me hope. And I'm going to bet it again next year, and I'll still lose.
This is how much I pay attention to the MLB draft. If you're the worst team, do you get the number one pick the next year?
Give me 1 sec. Sorry.
I don't know how that draft works. The MLB.
Because I'm like,
follow the MLB draft because they draft so early, like.
Right, but I'm just saying,
you're drafting these kids like
in the NFL, you don't want to. If you're one of the bottom 5 teams, you do not want to finish strong unless you're the coach trying to keep your job. You want to lose if you're the owner so that you get the number 1, 2, 3, 4 pick. I don't know if that's the case in baseball, but if it is, you do not need to win because having top picks. I mean, we've seen how. Well, I guess. I mean,
yes,
it's up
Craig.
and down. Baseballs.
Yes, Craig.
In as far as this goes, Rickett, I just think it's because Detroit can't score runs. So, they got to win like 2-1, 3-1. They can't score. So, I mean, I like them today, but
I like the Twins first 5. I like the Twins first 5 though.
Yeah, Rays are down 7 games, but they get 6 versus the Yankees. 6 of those, they have 6 games still to play against the Yankees. So
someone look up. What was the Yankees up at the trade at the All-Star break and at this trade deadline? I'm guessing both of those. You're like, no way the Yankees could even like be this close at the end of the year. So it can happen. And the Red Sox, don't they play the Red Sox a bunch? You don't think the Red Sox want to like keep the Yankees from winning the division?
Just play spoiler.
The Yankees were up 13 games at the break.
13.
So
what if they lose that division? That's got to be the biggest like letdown in baseball.
But the problem in baseball, you still make the playoffs. It's like they're still going to make.
And now they've added an extra wild card.
Right, so
it's almost like, come on, everybody's coming.
It's like anybody. If you don't get in the playoffs now, you have no excuses. It used to be where you had the one wild card. I mean, it was very tough because you might have
because it was 3 divisions and they'd add a wild card, and then they started doing the wild card where you kill yourself all year to play play a random game on a Tuesday afternoon, and you get Thrax and your season.
Remember the Pirates? The Pirates were in that murderer's row, and the Reds were pretty good, and the Cubs were great, and the Pirates were like the second or third best team, and they would play in that one game every year and lose. Yeah, it was like this is the Pirates. This is your. You're not like they get in every year. It's like you get one game you're out.
I think the Yankees will still hold on, but it'll be whatever, and then they'll pick it up for the play. I think what happened is they were so high, they were so up in the All-Star break, and then they decided, we could kind of skate to the end.
Pitching. Their starting pitching was pitching out their rear end.
Right, and now not so much.
And
they're not hitting either.
Like Cole, you expected Cole to be that, but I mean, it was like their 5th starter was lights out, and then the
lights are on.
Eventually, what they say, you pitch to the back of your baseball card, you hit to the back of your baseball card. That's happened, and now everybody else too is caught up, and it's a tough division. I mean, the Blue Jays are decent, the Red Sox are decent, the Rays are pretty good.
And 4 of them are going to get 4 of them may make the playoffs.
No, 3. I don't think the Red Sox can make the playoffs at this point.
No.
No, I think they're like there's too many.
No, but I'm saying the Yankees can win the division.
Yep.
Tampa's winning the wild card.
Yep.
The Blue Jays are the second wild card, and Baltimore's 2 games back.
Seattle's got about half a game right now.
Yeah, 4 of them can get in.
I just don't think that because they end up playing each other too many times. Like it's going to be tough for them.
I think next year when everybody plays everybody, and you take the series of so now you're not going to play each other 19 times or whatever it is.
Yeah, that'll be easier. That'll be easier to get more teams in for the from good divisions. I love Seattle this year. I mean, if they get in, if I'm any of the top teams in AL, I do not want to face Seattle. Tough place to go play. The travel's not easy. They're very good at home, and they have pretty decent starting pitching. So,
and the rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year. Did you see his contract?
Yeah.
I mean, am I missing something here? Why are they re-signing him now? Why don't they just wait 5 years? You have him under control for all these years. Why are they signing him? Like, I know the Braves have done that too, where they're signing guys.
So they can avoid. They don't have. They can lock him in longer now without having to pay him as much because he's still under the arbitration and the minor league deals.
Well, you won't pay him more. Like, it's cheaper longer if he ends up being a great player. But if this is a 1-year wonder, you're screwed. Like,
I did work at Hooters.
Which Hooters? Which Hooters? I've been to all the Hooters in Vegas.
No, not in Vegas. Here's a funny story. I worked at the one in Houston when I was probably just turned 21. But I worked at one in Houston when I was in college. But here's a funny story. You don't know, but the guy that I knew for 7 hours that I got married to here in Vegas, who lived in England, and then I flew to England and lived with him, he had actually been to that Hooters at the time that I worked there. It had a big, giant Texas-shaped table there. I was like, I worked at Hooters. He's like, I've been to a Hooters before. And yeah, it turned out to be the one that I worked at. And that's some stuff there.
All right.
Yeah, all the way from England.
I've been to multiple Hooters. I've really been one Hooters in Vegas.
I don't eat wings, so I don't like Hooters.
It's not. You know what they have? The best thing they have there? Philly cheesesteak.
That's why you're so skinny.
Philly cheesesteak sandwich is the best thing that Hooters has on the menu.
Body by Wings is what this is built by Wings. By the way, that place we went to in Vegas,
I love
that. Madness had pretty good wings. Remember the bar by across from the casino there?
Oh, the Paradise Cantina?
Yeah, they had pretty good wings, considering.
Yeah, they do. They do have pretty good wings.
Tortilla soup.
Well, I was a little hungover. I was a little hungover. I didn't have any tortilla soup.
You were not a little hungover.
I was a lot hungover.
You were freaking bombed. Bombed.
Yeah. I mean, I was there for 3.5 hours. I drank 1 beer and 12 waters, and then I went home and took a nap at 2 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. I remember it's our meet and greet. Our people are there to see you and meet you. And Craig is in a corner trying not to cry, basically, or puke.
I didn't cry or puke though. So
true.
3 claps for Craig.
I mean, it was iffy at times. It was even money.
I saw a video that Stephanie took. I saw a video of you from the night before, and it was quite amusing.
Oh my God.
Get your Vegas on, baby. Get your Vegas on.
I've had a few of those recently here, not in Vegas, but
you getting your Vegas on?
I was going to be in Vegas in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I was supposed to be in Vegas, and it's homecoming for Steph's kids. So Are you playing Circa this year or no? No, I can't get out there. I just said, you know what? It's not meant to be. The stars.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a strip club, but the stars weren't aligned.
This is the VIP room.
Although she does a go-go, that don't make her a whole no.
Pool's right there.
Oh, was that out loud? I'm sorry. I'm just eating spaghetti.
The poles right here. Rim jobs are given out over here.
Over there in the back.
Rim jobs
right,
are
you get behind the car wash line.
There's no
$5 rim job. That is the best.
You need a sign that just says $40 car wash and in a small print, $5 rims.
Hey, Allie's like, you need to talk to your Uncle Lenny and ask him about rim jobs, and then he'll take care of them.
Well, here's the thing, right? Craig, Lenny, Cam, we're all parents here, but we're parents in the age of Google and the internet. So when your kid says something like that term to you, you now have a choice. You can either explain what this is to them, or you can let them Google it. So
go down the rabbit hole.
an adult conversation about, well, it wasn't an adult conversation. It was like, hey, sometimes people like to do this. It's not that big of a deal, but that's what they call it. And like, because I want him to Google this.
Not that big of a deal.
Can you imagine his face when his mom's telling him this? He'd be like, mortified.
Oh my God, poor Asher, when he figured out what the conversation was, he was like, oh man, I don't want to have this conversation with
He's home from school. I mean, he's sick today. I can bring him in here and give you the whole
No,
story.
let's not talk about it with the kid.
Talking about getting like banned on YouTube, all of a sudden rim job conversation comes up and a kid shows up in the conversation.
He just wants to clean your tires. What's wrong with that? He wants to make sure your hubcaps are shiny. That's all.
Hey, I appreciate
the bigger rims.
I appreciate
bigger rims.
The hustle is for real.
Low profile.
He's got the extra.
He yells from the kitchen. That's all.
Like is that $5 per rim, or is that what is that? So many questions.
Hey, that is a good point. He's like, hey, it's $5 per rim job, not
per rim.
Yeah, not per car. That's $20.
So now it's $60. Hey.
Now, yeah, boom, whole shebang, kick boodle, $50 in the special if you get by both. Okay. All
right, so tell me why the Cardinals aren't like a minus 250 again today. I mean, the Reds are.
Dang it.
And the Cardinals don't look now. I mean, obviously the Pujols going for 7,000 home runs. What's he going for? 600, 700?
700.
700. So he's what, 5 away?
6, I believe.
6. 5, I thought he hit last night. I thought he
was 7 before last night. I don't know. He's 5 or 6 away.
So, and then Judge gets 50 last night. Those are pretty big milestones. Like, but it's like, I don't know, maybe because of the whole Barry Bonds and people are worried that these guys are juiced or something. I mean, why isn't this like I would thought, like, remember when Sosa and
McGuire
were going after theirs? It was every day. That's all you heard about in every area of the world.
Neither one of those guys right now are going for a record.
That's true. Good
Judge
point.
hit 50. A bunch of people have hit 50. Pujols hasn't hit 700 yet. That's not even like it's still, but 700 is amazing.
He's got 50 with a month left.
Huh?
He's got 50 with a month left. I mean, he has a chance to still break the all-time record. But I mean, he's definitely going to break what everybody sees as the record now that Barry Bonds was juicing. So, like, he could break that record, which I still think is the record. I mean, if you're not going to
What record are you referring to?
The all-time record, single season before the steroid guys.
61?
61, right? He needs 12.
He'll get into the 60s.
Who says he ain't juiced?
That's what I'm saying is I wonder if people are worried to celebrate it, and baseball's worried to celebrate this because we obviously, I mean, people assumed Barry Bonds, but no one thought when McGuire and Sosa were doing it, no one thought they were juicing.
McGuire got caught with like juice in his locker.
No, it was like what do they call it?
And then it was like a testosterone enhancement. It was like an over-the-counter thing, but
creatine or something like that. It was something to that extent. But I don't know. It just seems like I'm shocked we don't hear more about. And he's on the Yankees. I mean, like a Yankees player with 50 home runs
because they're losing.
Who's the last Yankees player with 50?
Roger Maris had 61.
Right, but I mean, there's got to be somebody in the last 5-6 decades that's had at least.
Oh, well, I would say that would be your record. Would be 61 with Roger Maris, because Sammy Sosa had 63 and 64 and 66, but he was all juiced, and Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds.
Yep.
So the real record is 73. But if you're saying it's 61,
The answer to your question, Craig, is Giancarlo
Stanton.
He hit 50-something in 17.
50, how many?
51 maybe in 2017? So but he broke 50 in 2017. I do know that.
So he could
59.
Get...
Did he?
Yeah, I mean,
59.
Okay, I knew he got to 50-something in 17, though.
Yeah, 2017, he had 59. I'm looking at the single season.
I think someone said he's on pace to hit 62 is what, so like that's going to be something if he can keep this up. Now, like last night, they didn't pitch to him. They walked him twice. They finally pitched him. He hits a home run. Like, why are you pitching to this guy? I don't care. If this guy on first already, I'd walk him to. He's the only guy on the Yankees that's hitting. The only guy.
They have 33 games left. He needs 12.
That's I think about the pace he's hitting.
Hey,
right?
but he can't win this. He can't win the Triple Crown, the American League Triple Crown, because his batting average is not even close.
Goldschmidt can win the Triple Crown in the National League.
I love Goldie.
I still don't think.
I don't think he's going to be able to catch Schwarber though.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, he's
know.
got the RBIs. Pete Alonso and him are tied.
He's got an easy road ahead of him too.
Right.
Schwarber does.
I think batting average wise he can, but
all those teams are on all those players. It's not like they're not on good teams though, so they're all going to be in the races. So they're all going to have to play. It's not these guys aren't going to play.
I think Goldschmidt will get 2 out of 3 of them.
I can see that.
I don't know if he'll catch Schwarber. I don't think his average is going to fall.
I mean, who's going to win the AL MVP?
The American League MVP?
Judge? Ohtani? I mean, Ohtani is. I mean, he's the top 3 pitcher in baseball. Maybe top 5. Let's say that. Top 5 power hitter in baseball.
Judge
on a bad team though.
50 home runs.
I thought Judge when they were rolling, I was like the Yankees are like they're the talk of baseball. He's going to get the MVP. Now he's like they're struggling. I don't know.
Baseball likes to give awards like that to a Yankee.
They usually like to give to winning teams too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Although Verlander win the Cy Young in the AL.
Trout won a bunch when he was on bad teams.
Mike Trout.
I don't know, Lenny. He's hurt.
Hmm?
I don't know. He's hurt. But if he doesn't win, who wins it?
When did he get hurt?
He has a calf strain. He left the game the other night.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys right there. It's going to be who probably ends up with the most wins.
Who's going to win the National League Cy Young?
Okay, good.
I mean,
the problem is the best 2
probably
pitchers
Tony
probably
Gonsolin.
don't have enough.
He's hurt too.
He's hurt. He's out. Yeah.
I mean,
Goose is cooked.
The best 2 pitchers are Scherzer and DeGrom, but they're not going to have enough wins in games.
They don't have, yeah.
So
I mean, Kyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'll have the most wins probably from Atlanta. He'll have the most wins in the National League, but otherwise, if you're going to go to ERA, Sandy Alcantara.
That was kind of. I think it's
going to be Sandy. I think it's going to be Sandy.
That's what I thought too.
I really do. I think it's going to be Sandy, and then Michael Harris for the Braves is going to win the NL Rookie of the Year.
Like I thought McClanahan for the Rays had a chance, I thought. But he hasn't been nearly as good since the trade deadline-ish area there.
Valdez from the Astros also, I think, could sneak into a Cy Young for AL.
Especially if Verlander's out.
Based on BOL, it's Verlander's the favorite, which we know that's a thing, at -400. Then Dylan Cease at +5, Shane McClanahan at +750, and then Ohtani at +4,000. And then for national, it's Alcantara -600, Fried +12, Gonsolin, Burns, Urias, and Rodon. That's who they are. That's who is listed.
Hard to argue with the American League for sure. Like
I like Max there, man. I got to tell you, Max at a freaking +1,200 isn't a bad bet.
I mean, at this point of the year, you have to finish strong though. Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, it's what you remember. It's what you remember last. The times you're voting these guys. So
yeah,
if somebody's going to be out 2 or 3 weeks right up before the end of the season, that could really come down to matter. Burns is like he's one of those. A lot of these guys are on bad teams. If the Marlins starters were on any other teams this year, those guys would have 15, 16 wins apiece.
Fair.
Well, said that about the Rays, and then the Rays starters go to other teams, and they turn into Nathan Eovaldi and Blake Snell and freaking Jay Happ or whatever their name.
It is amazing.
They were all great as Rays,
Snell,
but now they suck.
The Rays they know when to let guys go. They really do. Remember Price? True. Remember how good Price was?
If Tampa Bay wants to trade you a pitcher, don't take him.
Yeah.
Don't take him.
If they don't re-sign their own free agent, David Price, you don't want him.
You don't want him. Allie Burns, what's your last Woody today? Have you figured that out?
Last night I was looking and I liked because I like to take A's under and I like to take Nationals under. So I was looking to take the A's and the Nationals under, but
I was just curious.
8.5. Okay, perfect. Last night it was at an 8, and I kind of thought it might go up, but it also kind of scares me that it went up. But I like it better because obviously it went up, and I want it under. So that's kind of what I was looking at today. See where the money's at on this little pupski.
There's some big favorites again today, boy.
Irvin, Betty.
Big.
All on the 73% of the money is on the under, but 87% of the tickets are on the over. 50% of the picks are on the over. I'm going to take the Athletics under 8.5 runs. That's my last Woody.
Allie should have to play the club music as she gives her pick. Like,
I don't have to do anything. You're not the boss of me.
That would be awesome if she did like Allie dance music and then be like boop and gave her pick. We cut that up and put that on social media. It would be something else.
Snapchat famous you would be.
All right, let me know what I got to do.
It would be Snapchat and what's the other one? TikTok.
And they're all named
Chat and Snap
and
Talk.
they all look just the same.
I remember when TikTok came out, I was like, this ain't gonna last. Talking about wrong.
Oh my God.
If you walk anywhere and there's kids and they're not busy, they are watching TikTok.
They're on TikTok.
And I don't get it. They're cracking up, laughing. They show me. I'm like,
it's a rabbit hole, man. It's just a rabbit hole. You can get down. You can go down it. I mean, I tried. I've done it. I don't like it.
I can't do it.
Feel bad about myself afterwards. But I've done it. I'm just saying. So I'm not proud of it. Okay, but it's happened.
It's like when you go into those creepy casinos downtown Vegas and you're like El Cortez and you're like, I'm just going to slide in here real quick. You leave there and you're like, man, I feel dirty, slimy. If you take money out of there,
here in Vegas, we call it the smell Cortez, first of all, and it smells of desperation. That's what it smells.
It smells of bad decisions, desperation, and urine. Okay.
Going back to
urine.
My first ever online experience in Vegas, 15 years ago when I first started Picks and Parlays. Well, it was before Picks and Parlays, CT Sports Picks. And a guy named Jorge Gonzalez was the UNLV color man, and he was doing it was the Super Bowl. And we showed up. He's like, come in there. I'm having the lingerie football teams there. Jesus. And I want to have you on. You can talk. So I talked, and me and a lingerie football girl and him about the NFL Super Bowl going back 15 years. And I remember they were throwing everybody had peanuts, throwing them on the floor there. That was that age back then. And it almost looked like a dirt floor because there was peanuts just everywhere. And I was like, I didn't go in there for a decade because it was just so nasty. Smoke everywhere.
Was it the Pioneer?
And it was still El Cortez back then.
Oh, okay. Because the Pioneer used to do the mud wrestling, Jello wrestling, and it was all peanut shells. Remember, it was called Gillies, I think.
Yeah, Gillies.
Yeah. You know,
it was. I'll tell you what.
I've been to
when you go into those and you leave, you smell like you smoked, even though I didn't. And you're like,
oh yeah,
I won $500 playing craps in 2 minutes, and I literally the money smelled so bad. I took it to a different casino, played a couple minutes to get chips, and then go to their cage and cash it out because it was so nasty. The money.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's
even your money smells funny.
Oh.
Okay, guys, we've only got 3 minutes left here. Craig Trapp, what's your best bet of the day?
The Bible says my best bet. Well, I won't give that out, but my next of the best bets is I like the on this side. What day is today?
Tuesday. The 30th of August.
Okay. I like the Mariners -165.
That you can't give me a -165. That's outside of the rules of the freaking last Woody standing. It's not a straight bet. Don't you call yourself a professional? Damn it, Craig Trapp.
That is 165 in baseball this time of year. That's well within the limits. 170s.
You're not trying hard enough.
Well, my best bet is not above that, but that's the next best bet.
Okay, I'm show them how it's done. What's your best bet?
I'm going to take the Cardinals again, -1.5. to 130, 135, something like that. I'm going to take them again today. I think they're just going to keep rolling.
You have a chance because if I bet the Cardinals, Reds would beat them. If I bet against my team, they always win.
That's the Phillies for me. I've like Cardinals over. I've been a big Cardinals over person. That's kind of been my jam. My baseball rundown yesterday, I was 6-4.
Lenny, we know you like the Tigers.
And Cardinals over.
I actually do. I like Tigers first 5, but I like the Mets today.
Yeah, I like them.
What's the number on that game, the Mets game?
I'm looking it up. See
143 right now. It opened at a 125 for the Dodgers. 143.
I have the Mets plus 130 on the money line, but I took them for a contest in Handicap 10. I took them on the run line. I could get it. Right now, it's plus 1.5 at minus 135.
Really?
So, I mean, plus 1.5 at minus 135. Yeah, I'll take the run and a half.
I want on the mound.
Yeah, to 1.
And Heaney for the Dodgers.
I'm on the money line, but
against Andrew.
Old Andrew. Okay, so Mets, Cardinals.
Minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5. I forgot yours already because it's something I can't bet on.
Seattle minus 165.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
I wouldn't even talk someone else. Seattle run line wouldn't be. Like, if Seattle wins, they're probably going to win by more than 1.
Thank you, Timothy. See, I teach them well, Gregory. I teach them well. Let's go, Mets.
Right.
All right, guys, we got to shut it down.
Yeah, I got to go get ready.
I've got 3 picks. I've got Power Hour. Guys, don't forget, viewers look at that baby. Hold on, let me make you big so we can see him.
Yeah, Duke baby.
Let me see him, baby. The Duke baby. Let me see. Now I can't hear you. Did I mute him?
I don't know.
I muted me.
Okay.
Well, why would you do that?
Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh.
I don't want to freak him out. We should not be in strip clubs right now, Lenny. Should not be in the strip club. Hi,
he was upstairs with Nana, but Nana has to go get his sister. So he says hello, everybody.
Hi, Axel. Oh, you famous. You're famous, baby.
Sleepy.
So sweet. Oh, my goodness.
See how big I am?
He is big. Yeah, he's getting there. You were just a little tater tot when we first saw you.
Now he's a baked potato.
Now he is a whole baked potato, all the fixings and everything.
Oh, he's just darling. Oh, I'm so glad we got to. I'm like, it's happening. I know what's going to happen right now.
I heard you saying it.
Yay. Oh, it's so great to meet him.
Awesome.
People at home, if you want to pick up Cam's premium plays, don't forget.
People at home, if you want a baby like
if you want a baby like Cam does, then go to picksandparlays.net, buy his best bets, and then use the promo code NFL. It'll save you 20%. What do you have going on over the site, Cam?
Lots of baseball right now. Today it's just baseball, but it's finally go time. And we're going to have multiple games this weekend, and then the NFL starts soon. So we are shifting to football pretty heavily.
Excellent. I'm ready. I'm freaking. How many days till college basketball?
No, not even one. Hold on.
Not enough.
Not enough. You are silly.
I know. He's horrid. He doesn't like it. Tim Earl's ready.
I'm focused.
69.
69.
Less than 10 weeks.
Oh my goodness. All right, we're late. It's 11:02. Everybody, go to picksandparlays.net. Buy Cam's premium plays. Use the promo code NFL. Save yourself 20% off. The other promo.
Feed the baby.
Yeah, feed the baby. Let baby eat. Let Axel eat. BetMGM Sportsbook, download it onto your phone and then use the promo code MORNING. That's going to get you $1,000 in a risk-free first bet and $200 extra in free play money if you are in Kansas. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and good luck to you, everybody. Unless you're against Lenny.
Peace out.